Hiya, I'm Sabrina from GBO, your women's gear review specialist, and today we will be reviewing the Osprey Duffel Transporter 40 litres. This transporter bag comes in at $160 or £120 GBP. It has a capacity of 40 litres. It has a height of 21.65 inches, a width of 14.75 inches and a depth of 10.24 inches. It weighs 2.5 lbs and that is the equivalent of 1.2 kilograms. This bag is made out of 600D recycled polyester. The key part here being recycled. With the type of polyester it's usually made from like recycled water bottles. It also has a TPU coating for water resistance. They avoid using PCF, which is quite a harsh coating. It has been found in glaciers and even polar bear stomachs. So don't want that, which is great because Osprey are trying to be quite eco-conscious. It comes in a deeper red, a black, a deeper blue, and also the classic here, seems to be most popular, is concrete tan, which I assume they're trying to change up their colours from the older model of this. So this is the newer model of the Osprey Transporter 40 litre duffel bag. The old version had sort of similar colours, but it was quite loud. I don't think it was that popular, unfortunately, so they have taken note and they've toned it down a bit. It also comes with Osprey's almighty guarantee, which means that if your bag has a defect in the way that it's built, they will repair or replace it within its reasonable lifetime. You can also purchase their Osprey large toiletry kit as an organiser for inside this backpack. They also have a roll-up one and a padded organiser as well. So there are plenty of options. To give you a visual idea of what the backpack looks like, this is what it looks like on me. For reference, I am 5 foot and 6 inches. As you can see, the bag does kind of hold its shape when it's sitting down unpacked. It is also quite solid when it is packed and holds its shape. So the backpack comes in a compression bag, which is super handy if you want to use this actually as an organiser inside the bag. But it also means that if you want to pack it maybe in a suitcase or something, you can totally do that. So it's very transportable. I guess hence the name Transporter. So this bag's main feature is the deployable backpack straps, which are on the back of the bag. So they hide very discreetly in the top lid of the bag. So all you do is you take them out, you unzip it, take out the straps, if I can get them out. It's usually a lot easier than this. And then you simply clip them into place just here where the clips are quite hidden and concealed. So if you don't want to use it as a backpack, you're not really going to notice at all. So the straps themselves have a really good amount of padding. You can see that it also has mesh on the back of them as well, which is great for comfort and in terms of sort of like sweating and stuff like that. It also has a sternum strap on these backpack straps as well, and it fits quite comfortably, I would say. The only thing is, it would be great if it had a waist or hip strap, just because with this sternum strap obviously it sits quite high, and most backpacks that are 40 litres do have a hip or waist strap, which makes it a lot more comfortable. Just especially with this bag, it's quite hard to maintain or gauge the weight distribution, just because it doesn't have any organisation sections or padding on the bag. Another very discreet feature of the sternum strap is also this little whistle here. So it's a safety whistle that's really neatly incorporated, and the positioning of it being on the sternum strap means that it's super easy to access. Say if you had an accident or something went wrong, it's not going to be much effort to blow that whistle for help, which is great. So in the sense of this bag being a duffel bag, essentially these backpack straps play into it. So if you don't want to wear it on your back as a backpack, simply these double up as carrying it as a duffel bag. So one thing I appreciate is that these shoulder straps are curved, so when you do carry it, it has the right curvature. However, it is a little bit awkward to carry it that way. In terms of like, you know, if you're on the plane and you want to quickly grab your bag, it's on your backpack, you want to make things easier, it'll work. You're not going to be, it's only going to be a couple of minutes, so you're not going to be super uncomfortable. But I feel like just because of where the sternum strap is placed, you'd have to have like quite big hands to make this feel comfortable, and even then you've still got the little bits of the sternum strap that make it just feel a bit awkward for carrying as a duffel bag. With that being said, there are also multiple other ways of carrying this bag. So we have a handle on this side here, a handle on this side, a handle on this side, and also a handle on this side. We also have these coated webbing lashing points. So these are located on each side of the handle, so you've got a total of 8. This means that you can attach things with carabiners, say if you've got extra luggage that you want to attach to it, which is quite handy. In terms of the general carrying of this bag, I predominantly use this as a backpack. As I mentioned before, I didn't really find it that comfortable using the backpack straps as like a duffel carry. And these handles here, they're great sort of if you're just quickly hopping from one place to the other and you need to like grab and go. However, I wouldn't be inclined to use them like daily. Just because, you know, you want that ease of not having to carry and like lug something about all the time. One thing that I noticed is that this doesn't have a shoulder strap. It has a very good way of hiding all of these little things here. Sorry for the backpack straps. There's nothing on any of the corners or on the back with little loops to show that there is a backpack strap, a shoulder strap available for it. I have also looked on their website and it's not available. So this is one thing that I guess I'm a little bit disappointed with, because this is actually one of the old, a new version of the older model, and the older model did have a shoulder strap. So if it did have a shoulder strap, I would definitely feel more comfortable with using it and describing it as a duffel bag slash backpack slash messenger tote sort of bag. So moving on to the zips. If we pack these backpack straps away, so it's actually really easy to put the backpack straps away, which is a wee bonus. So the zips here, they are, I believe, size 10 zips. They are metal and they also have this little loop attached to it. And it's even shaped to your thumb or finger, which is quite nice that they've sort of considered that in the design for a bit of comfort, especially when you're spending quite a bit of money on the bag. It's just the little touches, you know. So you'll be able to see as well with this bag that these two zips, you can either lock them from the little loops on the actual zip, or there is 2 holes attached to the zips made out of metal that you can place your padlock through. So covering these zips is a large lip around the front or like the main compartment of the bag. And this is basically just to ensure extra water resistance just where the zips are located. Although it's not going to solve the problem completely, it is just that little bit of extra protection. So if we go into the main compartment, you can see that we are welcomed with lots and lots of space. And you also have 2 straps to secure down your luggage as well. There is also an internal mesh pocket on one of the ends. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the nice zippers, but it does work. It is a zip. This can also fit in most popular luggage trackers, so they have put a lot of consideration into the security of the design. We have this front pocket here, which has the extra overlay just to ensure a bit more water resistance. We also have another zip. So the only thing with this zip I would say is, just because they seem to have put like a lot of thought into security in this bag, the top pocket is the pocket I use the most for like quick access to stuff, such as like my phone, keys, wallet, all the important stuff essentially, just because it's a bit of a faff to go through the main compartment to get those things. This zip doesn't have a loop on it, and it's only one zip. So ideally it would be great if there were 2 zips on this, so you could also padlock that if you wanted to for ease of mind, just knowing that you'll probably be putting, or in my case I was putting all of my important stuff in the top pocket. Saying that, it does also have a name tag holder, which is thoughtful, and there's also quite a lot of space in this front pocket here for storing stuff. Although this bag is one of the bigger bags, it feels comfortable when you're wearing it. That being said, it depends how much stuff you put in it. If you don't fully pack this bag, it does feel a little bit lumpy on your back, just because of the weight distribution of things. So I'll usually try and sort of fluff it up with my coat or something like that. When you're wearing a coat, it's also really comfortable, and it also gives you that little bit of extra padding, which the bag is unfortunately lacking in, which does definitely help with the way that you can pack it. But again, lack of padding, you kind of have to be smart with the way that you pack this. So like lining the bottom of the bag with like your clothes perhaps, just to make it feel a bit softer. Not having anything that's sort of like pointy or sharp, just because this material is quite thin. It does feel very durable, however I'm not sure how that would affect the shape or the durability of the fabric. Reflecting on my first impression of this bag, I got the impression that it would be a like grab and go, chuck everything in and you're sort of off. However, you do have to take a lot more consideration with it and thought on how you're packing your bag. The flip side of this, however, is that because it doesn't have extra padding, it means you get the full size of the bag. So you get the full capacity of putting everything in there. So if you really want to max it out, you can. So this factor actually coincides with quite a lot of questions that people have about this bag, and that's, can you bring it on airlines? So is it airline compliant? After doing a bit of researching, it looks like a majority of airlines, at least for the UK, I've had a look at a few of the American airlines as well, it does fit the specifications for under-seat luggage. However, a lot of airlines, it is just a bit over in size. So you could perhaps try and pack it a little bit less if you want to, but personally that wouldn't be a risk I would take, just because you know how harsh airlines are and how expensive it is if your bag is too big. One thing that I would like to see on this bag is compression straps. So in the case of, say for example, going on a flight, you can expand or make it smaller. After using this bag, I do have mixed feelings about it. I think that it's great quality, especially in the terms of the water resistance and the general size of it. It doesn't feel too bulky. It's just enough for going away for a week and not overpacking anything. I also like the fact that it has enough organisation while still being simple as well. You can see with the design that a lot of thought has gone into this bag, especially with the small things on how the bag will feel. However, I feel like they've neglected a little bit the actual functioning and main part of the bag. Just being that this is branded as an expedition bag, I wouldn't be inclined to take this hiking with me or camping, more so probably travelling or for like a weekend away. The reasons for this is, number one, there's no water bottle holder at all on this bag, so it means that you'd have to get one of those. You can get these like plastic water bottles with carabiners already attached to them, so you probably have to go with something like that. However, I like big water bottles, and I can't attach my water bottles to this bag. The second thing is, as mentioned before, lack of compression straps and padding. The third thing would be a laptop compartment, or even like a little bit of padding, like a pocket with padding and padding over it, so you can slip your laptop into there in a padded sleeve if you wanted to. So there are still a lot of upsides to this bag, such as still having a really aesthetic, simple design with enough storage, and it's very easy to stow away, so if you're on the go you can just keep the backpack straps in and you can sort of, I don't know, put it in a car wherever you want. I also like the fact that although it does mean sacrificing padding, that you can max out this bag if you want to. So I think in the case of packing away clothes and stuff like that, because it's quite light and it's not sharp objects in there, this is perfect for it. You also have to admire the amount of options they have given you with ways of holding it, attaching stuff. However, the only thing is that shoulder strap. I think that would make this bag ideal. The products that I have mentioned in this review today will be down in the description, and if you would like to buy any of them, we'd be really grateful if you use the links, as they are affiliated, meaning we get commission on them, and all of that money goes back into the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe.